Hello, Kim Townsel here. It is Thanksgiving weekend and I, like everyone else, ate a lot of turkey for the past 2 days, and I inherited some of my brother Scott's awesome smoked and fried turkey. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Rooney, for gifting me with the turkey. And I was thinking, what can I do with this? And I picked up these beautiful cranberry beans, which I've never had before, and I had made some apple, bacon, turkey dressing a long time ago, and it was very tasty to me. And I thought, how can I replicate that in the crock pot and make something high protein and have those flavors? So I'm going to try these items and see what happens. So here goes. The ingredients I'm using, I found these cranberry beans and they just look very interesting, and I've never had these before, and how fitting to go with turkey, right? The nutrition value looks good on them. They had 80 calories per serving, 8 grams of protein per serving, 15% of the RDA for iron, and 4% of the RDA for calcium. I'm using a new type of quinoa. This is Inca Red quinoa. It has 180 calories per serving, 7 servings per container. I'll see how much I'll end up using. 8 grams of protein per serving, 10% of the RDA for iron, and 2% of the RDA for calcium. I'm also using some fresh sage. I'll use all of that. And I'm using some applewood smoked bacon. I will use all of this. And it has 80 calories per serving, 12 servings per container, 5 grams of protein per serving, and each serving provides 2% of the daily RDA for iron. And I'm using apple juice. I'll see how much of this I'll use, probably all of it, but I got the light to save a little bit on calories. And this has 8 servings per container at 50 calories and 100% of the vitamin C and 2% of the iron. So I was trying to think of something that would give me some vitamin C and possibly some vitamin A, but I didn't score anything on the vitamin A, so this will just be calcium, iron, and vitamin C type meal. And then I'm using some fried turkey and some smoked turkey. I'll cut it up and see what the cup yield is, and we'll do an estimate on the calorie count. I used the entire pack of bacon. Actually, cutting it with scissors, they're clean, was a better way of cutting the bacon for me. I cooked it all in an electric skillet, got it pretty brown, scooped out the bacon, added it to my crock pot, and then drained the bacon grease into another container. I believe my mom is going to use that for something she makes in the holidays. I ended up with about 7 cups of chopped turkey. It's the fried and the smoked mixed, and there's some dark meat and some light meat in there. I just chopped it up in some irregular pieces. I went online to get the nutritional information for the turkey. We'll see that later when I do the math. I also have these bones left over, and if I have room, I'm going to toss them in, because bones contain marrow that can really thicken a soup and give it some extra flavor. And then I'll just pull the bones out before I allocate it in my containers, and that meat should fall off of the bones. I used fresh sage, just chopped it into actually pretty large pieces, and added that in with the turkey to get it out of the way for a moment. That's what it looks like mixed together with the bacon and the turkey. Very pretty, isn't it? That's when I added the bacon before I stirred it up. Again, I added the beans in. I pre-soaked those with a hot soak and just added the whole 2-pound package. I added 1 cup of the red quinoa because I thought it was pretty. We'll see what it looks like when it cooks together, but it looked really good to me. I was able to add the entire container of the apple juice. This is what it looks like when I added the apple juice in there. It's starting to look more like a soup or a stew. Then I had room to add the 4 bones in. I'll let this cook all night long, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to stir it up. See, it smells great. It's really dry, so I'm going to add 2 cups of water.
good. I'll take out the bones and stir it up again. Looks like a very hearty, savory top soup. The meat did cook off of the bones like I anticipated, and turkey legs had these thin bones on there. So after it had been cooking for about an hour or so, I removed the turkey legs and pulled these little thin bones off of the big bones and discarded those. And then I found one when I was stirring. There may be other ones in there as well, so I'll be careful about that. After removing the bones, I've got some space to add some more water, so I'm adding about another cup. It looks good. I'm not on a training cycle, so I'm going to divide this batch into 10 servings. I did my math. For the turkey, the bacon, the cranberry beans, I'm looking at calcium, protein, calories, and iron. And added the apple juice, quinoa, and I estimated on the sage based on some information off the internet. These are my totals, dividing them by 10. I'm coming up with a per serving of 553 calories per serving, 55 grams of protein. Sorry, my dishwasher just kicked in. That should be 11% of the RDA for calcium and 97% of the RDA for iron, which is amazing. Turkey is a really, really, really good source of iron. These cranberry beans are a really good source of iron. So if you're chasing calcium and iron, this is not bad, but it's a really good source of iron. And I made my labels and just divide it up. Here are my 10 servings. I'm normally not a fan of adding liquid when I freeze this because I don't really see any point in freezing liquid, but this was so thick that, and there was a little bit of product left in the crock pot, that I added some water to the crock pot and stirred it up to get those pieces off, and then poured that on top of my containers. That little extra layer of watery stuff will also help protect my really thick soup from getting any type of freezer burn. Although the way this smells and the way that it looks, I don't think this is going to be in my freezer long enough to suffer any damage from freezer burn. I look forward to trying this tonight. These are my containers as I'm ready to put them in the freezer. 553 calories, 55 grams of protein, I believe. This is my first bowl, and you can see how yummy it looks. The red quinoa are the little red dots in there. Very thick, hearty broth, yummy taste.
Thank you for watching my video about the turkey apple bacon soup. Yes, I'm cheating and filming the ending before I even make the soup because I don't even know if I'll put makeup on tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. See if there's some other things on my playlist that might amuse you or entertain you or educate you. And take care of yourself, and see you next time. Bye.